What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be starting here in a minute. We are just going to have a launch party. We're going to be watching the FARM2 spacecraft launch from Cape Canaveral. Oh, and now I got the echo. I thought I did low latency. Too late to change it now. It's the normal latency. Oops. Just letting all those Discord we are live on Discord. We are live, and we're just letting all the YouTube notifications pop before we go live. We are gonna have some fun hanging out. No popcorn today, though. Because I really had a large lunch or dinner, and I don't need any more food. Awesome. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank. I'm just watching levels. I got video streaming here, then there, and I got everything up and going. We are just going to be hanging out. No thrills, no chills, no... I don't know how the rest of that goes. But Andy, I'm clicking on the wrong chat. I'm trying this new kind of way of streaming. There we go. As always, Andy's in the chat first as always, and then we got Cooley and Colin. And we are going to be watching the SpaceX live stream and another live stream I'm pulling in for just general cameras. Links to all the original feeds can be found in the description. We are just doing a commentary. Watch with us. We're hanging out with all of the friends in the chat, and well, y'all in the chat, and also live on Discord. We are doing a watch party live on Discord. Go to Ham Radio 2.0's Discord channel, and you'll see us hanging out in the Tankers chat. And real fast, I'm just going to bring them up. Yeah, there's all our friends hanging out. What is up, everyone? How are y'all doing? What's up, Richard? And we also have Henry, who just joined us, and Mike, been hanging out for a while. If y'all have any questions, ask, and I'm going to try my best to answer them. Blue Boy, what is up, man? Henry, you got some audio coming through you. Thank you, sir. That's please unmute yourself if you have any questions. I would appreciate that, because if it's just me, it'll be a little boring. But let's bring up the feeds I am kind of currently watching. This is a live feed from Space Now, I think. Let me scroll down. It's going to show us NASA space flight and over the Cape, which was very interesting, like 30-40 minutes ago, because a thunderstorm rolled through the area, and it's looking like it's clearing up. The astronauts are suited and ready to go, and all the timers and countdowns are still showing us T minus 13 minutes over here on the SpaceX channel. Oh, let me move. Nope, not move that. I am just kind of doing a lot of this on the fly, so please forgive a little bit here.
I gotta take a jab, Frank. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yes, I know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go along. That's what I'm doing.
Sorry,
Uh,
bro, I couldn't resist.
well, that's how these things work sometimes. You just keep going, and actually I fixed the problem with the transitions. It was a weird obscure setting that got flipped in some update, and I saw a lot of people complaining about it after I was searching for it, and now I am transitioning right like a pro, and now you're not going to see me click through a bajillion scenes by accident until I find the right scenes. Um, but right now we're watching the SpaceX live feed talking about the launch and what's going on in the mission. I got the audios muted right now. We'll probably turn them up here in a minute to hear the actual rocket launch and all the great sound that go on with the rocket launch. But what makes this rocket launch so special for amateur radio? I'm glad someone asked that question because I just had it. Um, this rocket launch is carrying up an astronaut, and her name is, oh man, I'm spacing on it. Why is it not coming to me? We'll just go to the website, and I'm gonna butcher her name. I know I am going to butcher this, but she is an amateur radio operator, and she's chosen to do a secondary mission for us for STEM. She's going to be promoting STEM, and here we are. Oh, this window is not set up to share, so this is what I'm going to do. Bam, and we're going to do the left monitor, going to danger territory. Left monitor, boom. Um, and they are going to be supporting STEM by. Why is everything so wonky right now? Is that all right? I'm gonna assume it's okay. By doing a slow scan TV competition for the youth, they are going to be transmitting three different images and broken up into four different puzzle pieces. And in order to complete an image, you got to download all four of those puzzle pieces and put them together and submit them through their Discord site. Um, all the information here, um, bam, is on the website here, and also at the bottom you can join their Discord server, and they have the sign up form. I don't know if the sign up form is still live, but in the guidelines I talked about this. Let me go back to me. I talked about this in a previous YouTube video where I talked about the mission and what it's going to be trying to accomplish. Again, like just recap, it is supporting STEM. So building the antennas, building or using the radios, and how to use slow scan TV, and all the math and science around that. And hopefully it'll get kids interested in amateur radio or just STEM in general. Let's go to their webpage. Eric, who is our astronaut? That is the amateur radio operator. I know her picture when I see it.
Now,
Rebecca,
doesn't she have, uh,
you go
Frank,
ahead.
doesn't she carry, like two different countries' call signs?
Yes, she does.
One of them
Um,
being U.S., and I cannot, uh, we talked about it yesterday,
yep.
and I can't remember
I
what
think
country
I'm going to
the other one
mispronounce her
was.
name. Rebecca Rogue. She has a Norway call sign of Lima Beta 9 Norway Juliet, and a U.S. call sign of Kilo Delta 3 Alpha India Delta. Sean says you can register until 20th of February. So the registration, I guess, is closed then. Because February's long gone. Um, but still, even still, do this to help support amateur radio. Um, I love everything about this. This is why I kind of threw my weight and everything behind this event so I can help promote this. And and help promote amateur radio and STEM. So what we are going to do now is jump to, let's look at the 4 here. Boom. Is it transmitting? Is it transmitting UHF instead of VHF? Right now, they are listed on the main website for all their information. Is the farm2ham.com. The link is already in the chat there, and I probably will update my video links with that here in a minute. Right now it's on the 437.55 megahertz. That is that was the simulated one. The music is still running? Oh, I did that one time, didn't I? There, I apologize for that. I was messing with that and I need to take that away. We'll do it later. Yes, I think that's also going to be the frequency they're going to be operating on. The other question I kind of see in the chat and it's been asked before, what days are they going to be transmitting on? From the video, webinar video that they, I say they is in Amateur Radio ISS put on, they were talking about they're going to be operating on, go back to the left screen here, the second day of flight. So whenever they launch, it's going to be T1. So give it 24 hours, then on the second day of flight, they're going to be operating the slow scan imagery. So if this flight does get off tonight, so that would be potentially, everything subject to change with space flight, Wednesday. Let me go ahead and get rid of that music on the 4 stream. Delete. Delete. It's gone. Alright, sorry about that. Why is it, Collins asked, why is it harder to pick up than ISS TV? Well, it is going to be a little bit harder because the antennas, I was told that on the Dragon capsule are in a different array alignment. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult than doing the International Space Station because those are directly pointed to us. And they were not allowed to bring a separate antenna or even install a separate array. So they're going to be using the onboard radios that the Dragon capsule already has on it. And oh, look at this image over here. We're getting close. T minus 6 minutes. And ooh, I can't wait. So I also have the tankers in the Discord room hanging out with me, and we're watching this together, and I can't wait till this launches. If y'all have any questions in the Discord, let us give me a shout and we'll try to answer here. Sean says he still sees lightning in the background. Yes, there's still a thunderstorm. So far they have not called it off. Everything is still green as far as I can see. Why is... Okay, that's not buffering anymore. Hit the live button. Oh, why is that buffering? There we go. There we go. We're at 4 minutes and counting. Woo! Let's turn on the audio.
Back
here.
itself, the structure alongside the Falcon 9 will move about 2 degrees away from the Falcon 9, and then at liftoff.
So over on the SpaceX stream, they're talking about
as the Falcon 9 lifts off
the tower that the astronauts used to walk on there, and also the umbilical tower. And it looks like it's moving away, so they're getting ready. Woo!
Finishing up liquid oxygen loading on the first and second stages.
Yeah, at this point, fuel is loaded on both the first stage and the second stage.
Hand radio with Kilo Zero Beta Foxtrot says that a huge thunderstorm just rolled through the area. Yeah,
Second stage liquid oxygen.
yeah. I was watching that before I went live, and the thunderstorm had some good lightning around the area. I don't think anything close to the SpaceX capsule. What's up, Douglas? Thanks for joining.
We've got a good LOX load on first stage.
Terminal count and is on internal power.
All right, we're on internal power.
On internal power, coming down
This is
from
all good
the
things.
crew back to the Dragon team here in the Mission Control Center. Next major activity, T-minus 2 minutes. Stage 2 LOX load will complete, and that'll finish loading all propellants on the Falcon 9 first and second stages.
Looks like I just saw some distance
We do
lightning
have
there.
a crowd building up here in front of Mission Control.
Yeah, I saw it there also, Frank.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
All right,
Great
right on
news.
time.
Yeah. It's getting pretty
Woo!
exciting here as we get
Just look at
under
that.
a couple
Oh, that's
minutes
so
away
beautiful,
from
man.
liftoff. Now that propellant loading is complete, that means that
I hope they get
Dragon
some
is
great
auto
pictures
idle.
coming off of this launch.
1 million pounds of kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen are now loaded on the Falcon 9 vehicle, and we will begin some venting. This will be some venting of the
Ground gas closeouts have started. Expect loud venting.
perfect timing. That venting is going. You may see some white clouds around the vehicle. We are venting out.
I'm looking
the
this way
liquid
because
oxygen
that's
line,
where my live
and
stream
that
or the
colder,
stream is.
air, meaning warmer
Oh, we're getting
ambient
close.
air in Florida is
Almost down
creating
to a
that
minute.
condensation. And I like to describe that like
Who is
the
watching? We are
condensation
watching
building around
the
a cold glass of water.
SpaceX live stream over
Now,
on
coming up on a minute
X,
where Falcon will go into
and
startup.
we are
This is where
also
the
hanging
internal
out
flight
on
computers will
Discord.
take
You'll
over.
find the link
Falcon
pinned
9
to the
is in
chat.
startup.
And now the vehicle
Dragon is in countdown.
is in startup. We're now just waiting for the final call from the launch director.
Dragon, SpaceX. Go for launch.
And great news, we are go for launch.
SpaceX Dragon, FRAM2, go for launch.
Woo!
And heard one call
T-minus
from the
30
crew.
seconds.
One last call from the FRAM2 crew. Let's watch as the Falcon 9 vehicle takes Dragon and FRAM2 into space.
T-minus
Oh,
15 seconds.
here we go! Here we go! I
10,
need like poppers.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff.
Yes.
Copy 1 Alpha.
Off she goes.
Yeah, I was worried through that thunderstorm. I was really worried.
Nominal.
All right, so coming up, I just know that some of these milestones for the flight is max Q. So when the spacecraft goes through the maximum pressure through our
35
atmosphere,
seconds into the FRAM2 mission, the
I'm gonna
first
turn
ever
him
human
down here.
spaceflight mission to cover the poles.
he's pretty much going to tell us the same thing I'm talking about.
We are throttling down the engines on
They
the
are
first
going to be
stage.
throttling up here currently
vehicle
and
Stage
head
1,
to
throttle
the
down.
South Pole. They're going to jog out from Florida a bit and then turn to the left, or sorry, turn to the right and go down to the South Pole.
The maximum dynamic pressure that the vehicle
Falcon
sees
9
on
is
ascent.
supersonic.
We just hit
Confirmation
supersonic.
we're supersonic.
Yes.
We're preparing to throttle back up on first stage Merlin engine.
Stage 1, throttle up.
Oh, that is a pretty sight.
Yes.
Confirmation, we're back up
It
on
is.
power on the 9 Merlin 1D engines.
Stage 1, Bravo.
1 Bravo
Copy,
called out
1
by the
Bravo.
crew. That means if there was a need for an abort with the first stage now emptying itself of propellant, Dragon would fly a different profile than if, say, right
Frank,
off
do
the
you
coast
know
of the
if they're still using
for the
like the same
impact
launch
and takeoff
towers that they
call.
used in the Mercury and Apollo missions?
They're
Impact
using
chill
some of
is
the
underway.
sites,
We're
but they're
beginning
not
to
using
chill
the
the second
structures.
stage
The
engine
structures
in
have been
preparation for its
purpose
ignition
built per
coming
vehicle.
up in less than a minute from now.
Ah, okay.
Because if you look
We
at
also
the
have a
Apollo
few events
tower
that
and
are gonna
compared it to
happen
the
back to
tower
back.
for
We'll have
the
MECO
space
stage
shuttle, it
separation
is
and second
dramatically
stage
different.
engine ignition. MECO is
Oh
night
yeah.
engine cutoff. That's where we
Now
will shut
for the
down all
shuttle,
of those 9
absolutely,
engines
I
that
could
you're
see
seeing
that.
there
But I was
on the
referring
first stage
to
vehicle to
like
start the
Stage 1, throttle
this
down.
vessel
and
that
we've got
they just
a
launched.
live view
Yeah,
of the
it's a custom built
crew
tower.
on the vehicle at this moment, which is really cool.
Okay. Oh, that's a good
And
shot
we'll have
in
MECO
inside the
separation
capsule.
and
So I got 2
MVAC
questions
ignition
here. Can we
in
see it from
just
Texas?
about
I'm going to say
10 seconds
probably
from now.
not, Sean. And the other one
Beginning
is
to
this
throttle
going
down the
to
Merlin engine in
geostationary
preparation
polar
for
orbit
main engine cutoff.
with a satellite? No, they're going to
On
be
the
doing
left,
a
looking up at the
circular
second stage engine
orbit
nozzle.
around the
MECO.
Earth, but it's a polar orbit where they're going to
Stage
go down
separation confirmed.
below the
Stage 2.
Antarctica and then come back up to the northern
Copy, stage 2.
polar, and they're just going to keep
FX
circling
ignition.
around the poles. And this is going to be the first human flight to go over the poles.
And there
We
we
have
just
satellites
saw
done it
MECO
before, but
stage
not a
separation. The
manned
MVAC engine has
spacecraft.
ignited, and we've also started the boost back burn on the first stage, which you can see
So
there on
they
your
have
left-hand
separated,
screen.
and now we got on the
And
image on
Sarah,
the
those
left
were a lot of
is
dynamic
from the
events that
booster,
just
and
happened
that's
right
coming
now that
back
the
to Earth, and
FRAM2 crew is
stage 2 is
experiencing,
continuing
but
on.
you
Look
guys
at that!
also got to experience that.
Yes, I remember now
That
we're
ring
at
was
stage 2,
beautiful.
and I remember that slow buildup of G-forces during this stage. The first stage, the G-forces come on fast, but the second stage, they're a bit slower. And so right now, you're starting
Richard, to
to
go
feel
back to your
it
question here, let me
come
go
on
back to the
faster and
screen.
faster, and you feel that pressure
We see
into
the
your
tower
chest.
in
You
this
feel
top
yourself being
right
pressed
corner,
into your seat, harder to
and
move
that
your
is
hands
Okay.
a
up. It's
custom
an
built
exciting ride, and
SpaceX
you see the
tower
minutes
for the
counting by until the
rockets,
moment that
and
you know
also
you've
Okay.
reached space.
crew arm that they use to go
Yeah,
onto
you're right,
the
because
Dragon capsule. They do launch normal Falcon 9
call
rockets
out
from
from
here,
guidance
and the
navigation
crew arm
control
is usually
officer.
stored
Trajectory is
how
nominal for
we
the
see it
grid.
right now.
Copy.
Okay.
And
I
commander
appreciate that info.
copies that call out. But yeah, you had a good point. Well, we talked earlier, the second stage engine's over 200,000
Maybe I
pounds
could
of
do
thrust.
this too.
There's more than
Stream all the rocket
200,000
launches.
pounds of propellant, so when it first lights,
There's a
it's
lot of
not
them.
accelerating very rapidly. But
I'm glad this went up today.
Sarah,
I'm
what's
glad
it
this
like
went up
when you
today.
get near
I
the
got
end of the
plans
burn?
for
We heard
most of
Bob
the
and Doug
week
back on Crew
after
Demo 2
this.
call it driving down a gravelly, bumpy road. And
Almost
I
5 minutes
It's
into the flight
definitely
here.
more, maybe a little more vibration than first stage because the engine is so much closer to the
And again,
spacecraft.
this is
So you
a
absolutely feel a
completely
difference in the
private flight,
sensations you
not
experience
sponsored
when you're
by
riding on the
NASA.
second stage.
Cool.
I'm sure the FRAM2 crew is feeling something similar. They're still inside of Dragon, which is still attached to the second stage, and on your left-hand screen,
SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
on the left hand of your screen, you can see a view of the MVAC engine ignited. But coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll have the
Oh, look at
entry
that burn. Look
on
at that
the first
cone
stage, which is
glow.
currently making
That is
its
so
way
amazing that
back
we can
down to Earth.
develop
And we did
stuff like
perform
that to
a
resist that
boost
much
back burn
heat.
on this one.
Yeah, we did a one-engine boost back burn. We didn't have.
That might
Normally, when
cook
you
your
launch
barbecue
to
a bit
the
fast.
east or northeast in a crew mission,
Instant
you
cooked
take advantage
ribs.
of the Earth's rotational velocity. But in this
I
case, we're
want to
pretty
do
much
this
going
now.
straight south, and so you don't get that eastward velocity. So the first
You don't
stage
have to
needed
wait
to use a little more
4 to 6
propellant
hours
to
for
get
your
the
ribs.
crew up into the
Instantly
right
cook 'em.
position for stage separation. So we can't bring the
They
first
use the
stage all the way
rocket
back
fuel
to
as
the ramp
coolant,
like
don't
we
they?
had to do
They do.
on ISS mission.
I forgot if
So instead,
these
we're gonna land on the
cones are
drone
3D
ship, but
printed
not
or
as far
not,
south
but
as we
the
would normally
rocket
do
fuel
at this
itself,
station.
since it's so cold, they
Something
pipe
like
it
a
through
Starlink
the
mission.
cones themselves
Another
to cool the
nominal
nozzle.
trajectory.
Dragon copy.
That's
Nominal.
probably the better word, to cool
And
the
the crew
nozzle
recites it back.
before
We
it
got
gets
good comms
injected
with the
into the
crew.
engine.
But yeah, Jesse, to your point, we are
Yet it
coming
still
up
gets so
on
hot.
Yeah,
the second part of the return of the
it's
first
still
stage.
amazing that
And
we
that's
can
gonna
engineer
be the
something like
entry
that. And
burn.
this is almost
First stage
not
will
the same
start
building
center
techniques,
engine
but is
and
the
then
same
light 2
technique
additional
that they were
engines.
using on
We should see
the
that
Saturn
coming up
V. They were
right
just
now in about 7
manually create
seconds.
them by hand.
Meanwhile, the crew continuing
How
to
many
head to
orbits will they
space.
complete before coming back? I don't know. They're constantly going to be going around the Earth, and probably in orbit. If it's something like the
During
space
this time, we
station,
continue to
90
monitor
minutes.
the altitude as the
So
vehicle kept
there's a lot of
rising and
orbits.
rising.
Yeah, you got the displays.
Another
there
meeting
where you
to
guys can
burnt
monitor
ends.
that during the during launch.
Dragon SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
All right, so now we're
And we did
seeing
see
the
on the left-hand screen that
re-entry
the
burn.
burn has begun.
Copy. Nominal.
Entry burn did complete.
I don't know how well we could see the booster
Didn't hear any
itself. The
call-outs,
stage
but
one
we do have
is going to
green
be
screen here. We
landing
have a
in the
good
dark.
entry burn. Second stage continuing to head towards the separation orbit. First stage heading to
Wait a
the
minute. Go
drone
back
ship.
to the 4 spot, Frank.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
Got me while drinking.
We are expecting the landing burn on the first stage to occur in about 20 seconds from now. That'll just be a single engine
I'm wondering if
burn on the vehicle. Once again, the M1D
the
engines have about
first stage will end up
190,000
landing
pounds
on
of thrust,
what's
which is
showing
just enough to slow the vehicle down just in
number
time for
3.
landing.
No. They are going to be
Copy,
landing in the ocean
Another
on a
report call out
barge,
on the
a
second
SpaceX
stage.
barge. I
You're on a
forgot
space
which
station,
ones
you
they
hear it
said
called
earlier,
Shannon. That tells you where you can reach. if
but
the
they're
wind's
not
off
doing
right
return
now.
to the launch site. If they were doing to return to launch, they have a separate landing pads.
And
They're
we've now
not
got
landing
video
like
on
they're
first
doing
stage.
the
Landing burn has
the
begun.
rockets that they're building. So here we
And a view
go.
from the drone ship.
It's landing on the drone ship in the middle of the ocean,
Laser deployed.
off of Florida. Can't
And
believe that they
touchdown
do
after
that.
6 flights.
They make it so routine.
And the booster that has
Looks
taken
like
the
stage 1 is
FRAM2
back
crew out
home.
into space has now made it back to Earth.
Yeah, Jesse, we just heard the call out. I don't know if you hear it on the capsule
This
on
is
your
a
flight,
private
but we heard the terminal
space
guidance
flight,
call.
so
We've
there's many
essentially
kind
reached
of
the altitude. Now we're
science
working the
experiments that they're
angular
going to be
momentum of the
doing.
orbit. So
One
we're
of
gonna
them
listen
that
in.
we're most
We're just
interested
seconds away
in
from
being amateur
shutdown.
radio
And about
is
less than a
a
minute after that, we
secondary
should have maiden
experiment that they'll be
separation from the
running, and they're
second
going to be
stage.
doing slow scan images from this Dragon capsule on day 2. Day 1
FX
is
shutdown.
now from T0. So we are 9 minutes into day 1.
Dragon SpaceX, nominal orbit.
I'm going to get one hell of a speeding ticket, Frank.
Great news there. We heard the call out for
Nice.
nominal orbital
Dragon
insertion.
copy. Nominal.
Dragon copies nominal.
Launch escape system disarmed.
Oh, another good call out. They're in orbit where they want to be. They've disarmed launch escape system. Doesn't need it anymore.
So the next
191
milestone that we're
kilometers
waiting
up.
for
We got
now
the view
is
of the
deploying
crew.
of the Dragon capsule, where they're going to release
Right
it from
now,
the stage 2.
Dragon, or the second
And they'll
stage
be on
is
their
going through a very
own.
short period. We're making sure that we're pointed in the right direction. Got the engine shut down, purging gas. And it's
There
separation.
goes stage 2.
Yes. Beautiful.
FRAM2 crew is flying on its own on Dragon.
Dragon, on behalf of the Falcon team, we're honored
Did you
to
see the
welcome
stuffed
you
animal?
safely to your polar
Not
orbit.
yet.
Enjoy
Or
the
if they
views of
showed
the
it, I
world.
missed it.
Send us some
Yeah, it was in the
pictures,
crew.
and our hearts will be and minds will be flying with you as you go over the poles.
Oh, there it is. It's bouncing around a bit still.
And Dragon,
It's
that's your
it's a
launch
polar
execution.
bear. I love it. I love it.
Sailing to the
0G, gotta love it.
Yeah.
It's floating.
Christening. This time, though, with Starlink.
The 0G indicator. It's almost been customary to have one of those. And what we're seeing, the puffs of gas, is the
SpaceX
reaction
team calling
control
up the
thrusters.
Dragon. What you're seeing right now, the shots
Colin.
of
Yeah,
Dragon, that was
they're
the
going
Draco
over the
thruster checkout.
state speed limit.
And there's the crew. And I think Jesse and Sarah on the
Is
right
that
next to
a
one of the
That's a new
crew
view.
windows.
Yeah,
That's
is that a
probably their
Coca-Cola
0G
bear?
indicator, as we call it.
Yeah,
But I
looks.
can't quite make it out.
Dragon SpaceX, nominal dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts.
Dragon copy. Nominal.
Sweet. They're up there.
And as we don't have views,
That
what
actually
you're
looked like
seeing
it
there
was
on
a
your
really
screen
smooth
is Mission Control here in
launch.
Hawthorne.
It
Again, the
it
crowd that
was
we had
very smooth.
watching
I
the
almost dared to
FRAM2
say
crew
routine,
launch into
but I know
space.
every
We
launch is
also
not
saw the
routine,
0G
especially
indicator. Hopefully we'll get
given
another live view where we can
the lightning
see
that's
what the
still
0G
around the
indicator
Cape
was. You
area.
guys had a 0G indicator on your mission, so you know.
Gonna mute them. But nice. We had a successful rocket launch. Woo! So, from what I have gathered, day 2. So that would be late Tuesday and Wednesday that we should be seeing slow scan images coming off of the Dragon capsule. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I have my elk antenna ready to go. It's still in the bag. I meant to put this together before the stream, but I had a migraine right before this, and I didn't get it together. Wayne, welcome, man. Welcome. We just watched the rockets take off, and they're in a safe orbit now, and they're going to be the first crew or first astronauts to go over the polar orbits. Nice, nice. Yes, I agree. Surprised that they launched with that weather, but I guess it's far enough away that they could still launch. But it's thunderstorms, man. Given in Texas, they're 20 miles away. You're still seeing lightning. So that I don't know. They are smarter than me to make that call. So they went up safely. Everything was on good timing, and they lifted off right on schedule. So things to look for. If you want to follow the latest information from the Aries group, that's Amateur Radio ISS, head over to the farm2ham.com, and there's their website. This is all the information about the experiment and the STEM SSTV event that they're putting on. The Discord server is where all the communication's happening for this event, and I highly recommend to head over there. Oh, yeah. Now I'm showing the Farm to Ham. I thought I was scrolling through it. Y'all have been amazing. I don't think there's much to really talk about now, other than do y'all have any questions in Discord or the chat? Bueller.
Let's see, Frank. Are they going to be doing like the ISS the on a satellite pass?
Yes, they're going to be transmitting slow scan images when they're
Well,
go over
I'm
North
talking about
America.
like FM voice.
No FM voice. It's just going to be the slow scan images. It's
Darn, I was going to try to listen for them as I drive in semi.
Well, you can still listen to them. You don't need a Yagi antenna. It's just those help us amplify it. You can tune into the frequency, and just if you start hearing the signal, that pull up if you have Android, Robo 36, and that's my app for decoding slow scan images, and it's completely free. The thing that you're going to probably struggle with, though, is with the Doppler effect. So this Dragon capsule is moving much faster than some of the other satellites we're used to, and especially if you want to get the tones right for the SSTV, you need more steps than what we use on voice. So steps as in the steps that you move up or down the frequency as the capsule is getting closer to you. So as it's approaching you, you're going to be at a higher frequency because the capsule's coming at you faster, and the frequency, it goes up. And then once it goes over you, you're going to be going to the lower frequencies because the capsule's traveling away from you. Again, I did a video. Let me go.
SDR with a wide bandwidth should work, right?
Potentially, yes. And you can use the SDR on the computer to change the frequency for you. Or if you just recorded like a big swath of it and then replay it back. You know, I didn't think of SDRs until earlier tonight. I'm trying to record this and just have it like a antenna in the backyard just listening, but I did not think of it until now, and it's too late to do that. Where is the video? Here it is. Get shareable link. FRAM2 ham video about. There it is in the chat, and I will put that also in the description. There's just a lot of links in my description tonight. Oh, thank y'all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Earlier in the chat, I did put a link to my new t-shirt. It's a pretty cool black t-shirt. I can't wait to get my own. They should be printing them up and sending the first orders out already this week. But this is an awesome new t-shirt. I have the Tank Radio crest on back with one of my Tank Radio Ranch logos that I don't use that much, but I want to use it a little bit more along with the Tank Radio logo on the chest. Y'all are awesome. I can't do this without you. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, go forth and conquer. And I'm going to play the credits correctly this time. Adios, y'all.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There's a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.